He is the king of Atlantis in the DC universe, one of the key members of the Justice League, but how much do we know of Aquaman? Today we will share with you some things you have never heard about Aquaman. Aquaman has a great history and storyline. We have looked into this classic hero and want to reveal the character's story. If you want to find out, stick with us on today's show as we go over those great facts. According to his first origin story, Aquaman aka Arthur Curry was the son of Atlanna, an Atlantean princess banished from Atlantis due to her interest in and frequent visits to the surface world, and Tom Curry, a lighthouse keeper living in Immensity Bay, Maine. Both parents first meet each during a terrible storm one night when Curry finds Atlanna thrown up on the shore by storm-tossed waves and rescues her from harm. Several years later, both Tom and his father learn the truth about his mother's origins, as she would reveal that she came from the lost continent of Atlantis while she lay in her deathbed. Atlanna would also reveal to Arthur that he had inherited her ability to live and breathe underwater, as well as her power to communicate with and control all marine life. After Atlanna's death, Arthur's father became determined to train him both physically and mentally so that he would one day be in complete control of his powers. He would later become the king of Atlantis and marry Mera, a visitor from another dimensional water world known as Xebel. Arthur would also take young Aqualad under his wing and fight the forces of evil side by side with the occasional help of his wife, Mera. Aquaman was created by Mort Weisinger and Paul Norris and first appeared in Morphon Comics number 73. During the Golden Age and his first appearances in comics, Arthur was able to breathe underwater, swim at high speeds, and communicate with marine life. He was seen to directly communicate to the aquatic creatures rather than telepathically and worked best on sea life that were in close distances. Arthur also possessed superhuman strength inherited from his Atlantean ancestry. During the Silver Age, the Aquaman mythology expanded with the introduction of various supporting characters and slight adjustments in his origin, powers, design and persona. The first of these elements came when they introduced Aquaman's sidekick Octopus, Topo. It then revealed that after the death of Atlanna, Tom Curry later married an ordinary human and had a son named Orm. Orm grew up a troubled child and was always getting bailed out by Arthur. Being in the shadow of his brother, Orm grew up to have lots of hatred towards Arthur, not only for the powers he never could possess, but also because he thought that his father favored Arthur more. Later, Orm's storyline is changed, and he is Aquaman's half-brother from Atlanna, and an Atlantean she is forced to marry to keep the peace in Atlantis. Modern stories in the New 52. The New 52, his name is revealed to be Orin, and in relation to his origin story and history, post-Flashpoint marked a significant change with the character. The relaunch cements Aquaman's Silver Age origins as the half-human half-Atlantean son of Tom Curry and Atlanna, and sees him return to Amnesty Bay along with Mera. Greatly distressed by the harsh treatment given during the years from Atlantis, Arthur decides to abdicate from his role as their king, returning to full-time heroics. On the surface, Aquaman struggles with his lack of reputation with the greater public, still seeing him as an inefficient, weak metahuman with useless powers, constantly subject to ridicule. However, after the events in which Ocean Master and the Atlanteans waged war on the surface world, Arthur regains the throne and becomes king of Atlantis to try and settle all differences between both worlds, more so to make Atlantis a powerful and striving nation once again. During further modern storylines and the DC Rebirth. The Rebirth run focuses mainly on his role as the Hidden Nations king and the heavy-set tensions between his country and its people with the surface world. Delegations towards diplomacy have been anything less than smooth, however, as a great many powers both within his borders as well as without have desired nothing less than absolute turmoil between land and sea interrelations. Insurgents with anti-land-based sentiments, Black Manta, Aquaman's ongoing archenemy, making his resurgence to disrupt peace talks at the Atlantean embassy. Becoming a superhero and member of the Justice League of America. Arthur and the Flash become friends, and soon thereafter became founding members of the Justice League of America along with other costumed heroes. For a period of time, he even became the leader of the Justice League. He went and led the team on many adventures until he eventually left the team because he needed to return to Atlantis for personal and political reasons. Atlanteans learned of Orin's true origin, that he was Atlanna's son and rightful heir to the throne of Atlantis. He was made the new king of Atlantis. Orin began to slowly introduce Atlantis to the surface world. It was around this time that Orin took on a sidekick named Garth, who would be known as Aqualad, and later becomes Tempest. They went on many adventures together and would also marry a queen from another dimension named Mira. They eventually had a son named Arthur Curry Jr. together. In some arcs the son is killed by Black Manta. However, Orin would struggle to balance out his responsibility as a king and as a superhero. Last but not least, some of Aquaman's many powers. Superhuman strength. Aquaman possesses great superhuman strength sufficient to toss a tank or punch a hole in a submerged submarine. It is generally accepted that Arthur can lift well over 100 tons. Superhuman durability. Aquaman's enhanced physiology enables him to withstand heavy impacts that would kill any normal human and gives him the ability to function normally on the ocean floor. Superhuman speed and agility. Aquaman's said to be the fastest being underwater and capable of swimming at a constant speed of 175 miles per hour for several hours. He's able to swim at very high speeds, having the ability to reaching speeds of 10,000 feet per second. Marine telepathy. Aquaman has many powers, but his telepathic ability to communicate with marine life is known most widely. Although this power is most often and most easily used on marine life, Aquaman has demonstrated the ability to affect any being that lives upon the sea, or even any being that's evolved from marine life. Aquaman has a magical power known as Poseidon's Blessing. This protects him from magical attacks and also gives him ability to perform certain mystical attacks. Well, there you have it, folks. Thanks for joining us as we went over the great Aquaman's origin, history and powers. We hope we were able to reveal some new things you didn't know about him, another great Justice League member. Keep watching as we bring you more and more great shows. If you liked what you saw, please like, share, subscribe and do not forget to click the bell icon to get notifications on new content. Take care.